Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my YouTube channel, Just Count Me in Yoga, and my name is Sari Stone. I'm a holistic life coach, a tutor, and a yoga teacher. My students have been asking me for quite some time to post my classes, and so here's the first batch. These actually were pre-recorded during the COVID times. I recorded them for my job, but I will be recording starting in January 2 live classes a month, possibly more. And if you like these, please like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram at SariStone2025 and come check out my podcast, Just Count Me In, about living your best life. And that also starts January 29th, 2025. I hope you enjoy your practice. Let's get into it. Namaste. For today's class, you'll need a block or something that you can prop yourself up on. A good idea to practice with a wall behind you just for some of the poses that we're doing, to do some extensive opening and deepen the poses a little bit. And then if you have a strap, a towel, or a tie, that would work really well as well. So let's come to start. Let's start in a seated position. Okay, so let's come to tabletop position, just to a couple cat-cows here. And we're going to do them the reverse of what we normally do them. So you're going to inhale and drop and look up for cat, cow, and then exhale, cat. And then a breath in, inhale, and an exhale. Now bring your right leg back, drop the hip, and step it through. Now from here, climb up onto the knee and take a twist open to the right on the inhale and go a little bit deeper into your hip. Just waking the hips up. You might glide forward a little back. And then close it up. Switch out your side. So left leg back, drop the hips, step it through, left leg lunge, keeping that knee low. And then a little side, a little back, a little forward, just gently encouraging the opening of the hips here. Come back to tabletop on the inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale. So from here, pedal out your dog, take a little bit wider of a dog than you normally do. And I would encourage you to bend one knee, then the other, just feeling out the hamstrings here, getting a bit of an opening. So from here, also come onto your toes and then round the back, ripple round forward and come to plank pose. Push back, pressing through the fingertips. Inhale to the toes, pull the belly in, round the spine just to get that fluid motion. Your head comes last. And then one more. Doing some water poses today in honor of summer. Come onto the toes. Ripple round forward just like a wave. Head comes last. Now bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your belly. Flip to the tops of your feet, lower them both to the ground. Place the pinky toe sides down. Lengthen each leg about an inch. And then from here, circle the shoulders and push up, low cobra. Exhale, loop the shoulders and come up. Very fluid practice. And one more. Curl your toes back, push back to downward facing dog. Pedal the legs here. And then jump or step to the space between your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Now separate your feet hip width. Maybe a little bit wider, maybe more like shoulder width. Interlace your hands behind your back. Knuckles are skyward first and then towards the camera. And just hang here. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale, come up to a halfway. Release your grip. And then exhale, forward fold, opposite grip. Bend your knees if you need to encourage that opening. If you engage your quads, your hamstrings will open sooner. So that's right above your knee. Just make that muscle, knuckles skyward, and then exhale forward with the arms. This stretches your pectoral muscles. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Bring yourself to stand on the inhale. mountain pose. Take a breath. And then exhale the air, arms by the sides. Now sweep your right arm up as you press down with your left arm and arc over to that left side. Put a little bit more weight into your right foot and tiptoe the left leg. Breath. Now left arm behind you just to open the chest a little, maybe roll out your neck. Inhale, come back up to center. And then other side, press your right hand down, reach with your left arm and come over to the right. Base up in that left leg, and then from here you can steeple the toe. Take a breath in, exhale the air, sweep the arms up on the inhale. Press your palms together, pull the belly button into the spine. Forward fold is your exhale. Inhale brings you up to a halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold, jump or step back to chaturanga. And then upward facing dog. So stay here. Hold for 3 breaths. You're in for 1. Pulling the heart through. 2, 3. And then glide over the toes. Lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. Come to the toes on the inhale. Ripple round forward to plank on the exhale. Bend your elbows. Glide through to upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Come to the toes on the inhale. Jump or step to your hands on the exhale. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Bring yourself all the way up. And now from here, base up into your left leg. Pick your right leg up. Arms out and come to a twist. So you're going to twist over to the right just slightly. So breath. Maybe you'll grab the outside of your foot, maybe you won't, and extend that leg. Breath out. Reach the arms up on the inhale. Whoop. And then exhale, step it back, low flying lunge. Sweep your arms all the way up. Rise to high crescent. Twist to the left on your exhale. Bring that right hip back. Bring your arms up to crescent on the inhale. And back bend is your exhale. You can tap the knee, but you don't have to. Bring your arms in front of you. Rocket ship. Plant your hands and tap that right foot in and extend it out. And then in. Weight is on that left leg. You're turning that left leg on. 3. And 4. Now plant your hands, sweep the left leg up, bend the knees, stack the hip, open it up. Making sure that that right heel is behind the right foot. Breath in and breath out. Step it through, left leg lunge. Right foot meets the left and come up to a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive as your inhale. Pick up your left leg on the exhale. Yours might come up farther than mine. It's up to you. Twist it open to your left. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe the outside of the leg. Breath and breath out. Sweep your arms up on the inhale. Low flying is your exhale. Arms wide open for crescent. Greet the day. Exhale to a back bend. Straighten your arms here. Twist it open to the right, picking that left hip up. It's as if someone's pressing into my right hand, vertical torso. Sweep the arm up on the inhale, and then exhale. Plant your hands down, rocket ship, long lunge. Plant your hands down. Now the right leg is down. You're going to tap in. So in and out. In, out, in, out. Loading that leg. Now extend it. You've got torque built up. Pick your right leg up. Bend the knees. Stack the hips. Take a breath. Breath out. Step it through. Right leg lunge. Left foot meets the right. Come up halfway lift. And bend the knees. Reverse swan dive. Bring yourself all the way up on the inhale. Back bend is your exhale. Forward fold is your inhale. Lead with your heart. Come up halfway lift, step your left leg back. Grounded twist is the exhale. Go a little deeper. Close it up. Now bend your left knee, extend your right leg out in front of you as far as you can. Right pinky toe to the ground, bend over your leg for the IT. Come up to the center. And then to the left, bend over, back up to center. Push back to tabletop, walk your hands out, Anahatasana. And just open it up, press your fingers down, ears are between the biceps, toes are curled. Take a breath, and the breath out. Walk your hands back on the inhale, cross your heels, cross your ankles, and then dip forward on the exhale. Just reach through the psoas, stretch through the front of your body. You're in for 3, 2, 1. Uncross, push back, downward facing dog is your exhale. Jumper step to the space between your hands and come up halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And then exhale, swan dive it down. This time interlace your hands behind your back, arch the heart, look up. Tip it forward, not backward. You don't want to tip back into flexibility. Now release your hands and step your right leg back. Drop your right knee and extend your left leg out. Left pinky toe is to the ground. Bow over the leg. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bow over the toe. Bring it up on the inhale and then bow over. Toes are pointed to the right. Come up on your inhale. Sweep that leg back on the exhale. Go ahead and push up and back, downward facing dog, and pedal. Now come onto the toes on the inhale. Exhale the breath. Step your right leg through, right leg lunge. Drop your left hand and come to twisted lunge on the inhale. Exhale to a back bend, second time here. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up to twisted lunge. And then exhale, you'll deepen in. Arms together on the inhale, hands press. Exhale to a back bend. Straighten your arms on the inhale. Open it up, warrior 2 is your exhale. So glide out, take a little bit of space in your warrior 2 here. Scooch the foot out a little more. Bring the hands to the heart center and push away. And bring it center, press, and push. Skandasana to your right. Toe heel your foot out so that your toes are pointing towards the right. And come down as low as you want to go, just to get that hamstring stretch. Then come to center to the left. Right toes out. Left toes out. Now from here, come back to center, come up to star position. Warrior 2 again, right leg forward. Cartwheel your arms down. Push back to downward facing dog. Big breath. Ripple round forward to plank. Bend your elbows. Inhale, swoop it through. Upward facing dog. Right chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pull it back. Come onto the toes on the inhale. Jumper step to that space between your hands on the exhale. Come up halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right leg back. And take a grounded twist. So reaching up with that arm. And exhale to a back bend. Reach again. And now close it up. And you're going to come up to twisted lunge on this side. So you can close the arm and then open it. You don't have to get into them the same way. Breath and breath out. Open it up to warrior 2. Inhale, stay here. And now butterfly the hands in front, look up. Drop the shoulders out of the ears. Reach, right fingers. You can do a little jazz hands here for a little fun. each exhale deepens me a little bit more into the pose. And then I'm going to cartwheel the arms down and come back to plank. Push through chaturanga to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Pedal your legs here. So breath and breath out. Jump or step to the space between your hands. Inhale brings you up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to Utkatasana pose. And take a moment and get your knees as close as you can. Zip up the legs. Sit back as low as you want. Your toes are closer together than your heels in this pose. Breath. And airplane arms. Breath out. Sweep the arms up. Your weight is on the right leg. Left leg lifts. Exhale, twist it to the left. Just twist it open. Now stay here. This is the second time in this pose. If you want, you can bring your knee into your chest. Maybe grab the foot. You're a little bit more warmed up, hopefully, than you were when we started. So breath and breath out. One inhale. And then exhale. Step it back. Airplane lunge. Plant your hands down and push back to downward facing dog. Now take a moment here. Engage yourself, engage your core, push back. Now take your right hand to the outside of your left, your left knee, cross it underneath you and twist. Just take a little twist, push back, and then come back to center and rotate your spine the other way. Back to center on the inhale, jump to the space between your hands on the exhale. Inhale brings you up, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane arms, sit it back. Inhale, pick up your right leg. And now twist that open, twist yourself open to the right. Maybe you grab the knee, maybe you grab the foot. Up to you, give a big reach either way. So breath here, and then a breath out. Bring the leg up on the inhale, step it back, low flying lunge is your exhale. Sweep it up on the inhale and plant your hands. Okay, come all the way down to your stomach now. We're gonna stretch out the hip flexors a little bit here. So you're gonna bend up your legs and roll over to your right side. Keep your left arm free. And grab that left foot. Somehow people find it easier to get into this pose if they keep the arm free until they roll, so we're trying something new. Nice open quads, breath, arch the heart, and breath out. One more. This should feel good. Exhale the air, come back to your center. Now keep your right arm free, roll to your left side while still holding onto that foot. And then kick into it, grab the outside of the foot, and open up through that quad, through the hip flexor. Stretching the psoas. We need an open psoas for where we're going today. So breath in and breath out. Come back to center. Cross your ankles and go ahead and push back. Now uncross the ankles, come to child's pose. Come down to the knees, down to the shins, grab your heels, tuck the chin so that you've got chin to chest, and roll all the way down to the crown of the head. I want the crown of my head on the mat, picking my hips up, stretching the low back out. So breath in and breath out. Two more. And if you want to stay in any of these poses longer than I'm offering, please do that. One more. Exhale. Put your hands up. Come back to downward facing dog. Step your right leg through, right leg lunge. Now drop your left heel in and come all the way up nice and slow. Warrior one is your inhale. Interlace your hands behind your back. Arch the heart, look up and offer. Now from here, launch it forward to toppling tree. tree for as long as you can take it, and then bending that right leg gently, place your hands down, straighten it up, flat back, and then engage your core, reach your arms out, seated twist. You're going to lower down slowly, slowly, slowly. Twist it open to the right. From here, another opportunity to grab that foot. The left hand comes across the top of that right foot and extends it out. Maybe you bring your arm up, make a little mudra, nice IT stretch. Then swing that leg around behind your right foot, face up in your left hand, and reach up. So big up here, big stretch. Go ahead and lower it down and simply face the other direction. Your knees are going to go to the right. Your left knee is going to be behind your right foot. You're going to base up in your right hand now. Reach the hips up and reach the left arm up. Pick the hips up and just arch and open. So breath here and breath out. Now come back to center. Face up in your left foot. Bring your right leg around behind and step yourself up to left leg lunge. Here we are. Bring the right heel in. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Arch the heart, look up. And then forward fold is your exhale here. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And you're going to come to top leg tree. So bring that leg up. Reaching through that left leg makes my right leg extend when I feel like I'm reaching my left leg into the ground. Exhale, come to standing split. And then from here, engage your core and lower down slowly, slowly. You can do it with hands or without. And take a seated twist to your left. Breath and breath out. Now take your hand around the outside of that left leg. And maybe extend your arm out. Reach, get that extension. You're in for 3. Taking a lot of deep seated twists here. 2, 1. This helps build your tolerance to heat. Crawl over your legs and let's come to frog pose. Just a couple seconds in frog pose. A little forward, a little back, just a little bit of a squat. And from here, we're going to come to a little bit of core work, okay? So let's come to plank pose. And then forearm plank. Take your right hand, cross it across your mat so that your fingertips are touching your left elbow. Okay, roll a little bit onto your right side, a little oblique work. So bring the left elbow up and touch the wrist. And bring it up and touch with breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nice and stable through the abs, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and come to forearm plank, come to Sphinx pose. Elbows are underneath the shoulders and just pull the chest through, tops of the feet press into the mat. And you're going to stay here and hold the Sphinx just to neutralize your spine. You're in for 3, 2, and 1. Now forearm plank, you're going to come to the other side. So the left hand is going to cross. It's going to come under, across the top of your mat. Right arm is up. And then bring it to the hand. And up. If you need to modify, you can always modify with this top leg. I'll show you the modification. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come back, push back, child's pose. Good, quick child's pose. Now cross your legs and come to your back, okay? Okay, I like to base up and have my hands under my sacrum for this because I have kind of a sensitive back. I want to keep things to the ground as much as I can, so I'm going to lower the legs. Now I'm going to release my hands. When I feel like my low back is going to pop up and I'm going to have that arch and I can put my hand under there, this is no good. We want that lordotic curve flattened. Okay, so reaching, arms above your head, and now from here, bend the left knee, hands behind your head and cross right elbow, and we're going to go slow. And then left elbow, lowering the leg, keeping the legs at this height. Yours might be a lot lower than mine, or they might be higher up. And we're going to do 10 of these. 4, I'm pressing my belly button into my spine. 5, 6, just a little tap. 7, you should feel it. Slower often gets into those deeper transverse abdominis muscles. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now reach your arms above your head, big stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, roll all 4 corners. You just have a couple minutes left of your first half here. Roll the other way, hit north, south, east, west. And then rock a few times on your spine. You might be able to get up at once, but I want you to rock 3 times. And then grab your block and come to boat pose with a block. Okay. So squeeze with the thighs and then lower down as low as you want to go. You might go lower than me, and then up to center. And then extend it out. You might get all the way to the ground there. I will not. And reach. Bring it in. Your arms can be out. 4. There you go. And 5. Okay. Now cross your ankles. And let's come to a little crow pose. And let's play with this before we move on to our second half. So we're going to come to center and come to it from frog. Now you can do a little experimenting here where you can cross your ankles as you get up. Some of you might come up all the way and put your head down for tripod. Crossing the ankles just adds a little bit more of a balance trick there. Yep, it might work, it might not. And then you can try the other side, pressing the hands into the mat. Fingertips are 11s, parallel pointing toward the front. Pick the heels up and cross the other way. See if you can remember which ankle is on top and just play with it. Maybe you do regular Bakasana, maybe you're still working on that. You're in for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come out of it, have a seat, and let's do some circles. Circle to your right, and rounding. Cat-cow again, 3 times. 3. And then reach. 2. And 3. Okay, hands at your heart center. Interlace your hands. Reach your arms up on the inhale. Back bend as your exhale. That's at your heart center. Okay, thank you so much for completing part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Take a moment and get a glass of water. Okay, so you're going to come up on the inhale to Tadasana. We're going to do a little bit of dancer, a little bit of opening, king dancer. So take your strap. Weight is on the left leg. And you can make a circle with your strap, or you can just make it like a jump rope and walk your leg through. It's up to you. I'll model the jump rope. Go. For mermaid's pose, we want to be nice and open through the front body. So weight is on the left leg. Your right leg is going to come up, and then you kind of swing it over your back like it's a little backpack. Go. Whoop. Might take a couple times. And then slowly, slowly give it a little kick, a little reach. And you're going to ground yourself into this. It's a gentle, gentle back bend. We just turn the forearm so you're ready. Elbows are near the ears. Gaze can be up. And eventually your foot can touch your head. Woo. So you're ready for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Let's get the other side. Weight is on the right leg. Step your left foot through like you're going to jump rope, but then you decided to not. Decided it wasn't where you wanted to go. Get that strap underneath, and then take a moment to base up. Maybe you can use opposite grip. It's not really as critical. I'm just slowly walking my hands down the strap towards my foot. And then elbows are near the ears, ears between the biceps, elbows are up toward the ceiling, and you're in for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out as your exhale. Shakti clap on 3. 1, 2, 3. Give it a clap. And exhale to a forward fold. Forward fold all the way down. Sweeping your left leg back. You're in grounded twist again. So left arm down, right arm up here. Now from here, you can stay here and then drop the left heel. Left arm leads you up for warrior 2 again. Haven't been here in a while. And this time you're going to reverse your warrior. Stay deep into that lunge. Get that big side stretch. You can even, I like to pull my arm sometimes and look down at my left foot. And then glide out, extended side angle. Some of you might keep going with this. You might want to work yourself into a little birds of paradise. You might want to take your strap and pass it to yourself and come to a bind if you're working on the bind. We just want to bind closer to the knee, picking that left hip up. Chest is toward the ceiling. 3 long breaths. Now from here, you can look down at your right foot and maybe play with picking up that left leg. Maybe. So for about half moon, stacking the hips. Or you can come to regular half moon here. With the arm down, left arm can reach up. Maybe grab a foot, get a little Shavasana, give it a little kick. Opening up through the quads, nice open quads for your class today. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee. Come to warrior 2. Come to star pose. And then warrior 2 to face the back. Now same thing here. Widen your stance. Pick up that right hip and bring it up and back. And center your torso over your hips. Then extend out. Breathe the pose. We don't have that many of these in this series, so we want you to be authentic and deep. Now reverse your warrior. Maybe that same pull. Maybe I look down at my right foot and ground a little bit more to my left knee. And then I release to extended side angle. Reaching out, maybe sweeping my arm a couple times. If I want to take the bind, I will take the bind. If I don't, I won't. It's up to you. You know your body. You know what you're feeling today. Maybe walk the hand a little bit closer. So for this, you can then look down at the foot and maybe pick up your right leg, come to regular half moon. Please feel welcome to do that, or bound half moon. If you want to experiment, feeling a little bit experimental. Wherever you are, respect the body. Ground down through your foot, spread your toes wide, and then step it back to warrior two. Inhale up to start, hands on your hips, pivot to face the front. Okay. Now from here, you're going to pick your left leg up and cross it over, hands on the hips. And interlace your hands in front if you want. Pick the leg up. Maybe extend it out, come to a gentle back bend. Internal rotation of the hip, just getting that stretch. And now lowering yourself back down. If you want to get a little flying squirrel, you can do that. Hands can come to the ground. You can get your arm balance. Up on the inhale and release on the exhale. Shakti clap on 3. Give the smack. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then Utkatasana. Come up, pick up that left leg, right leg, and cross it over. That right ankle is right over the left knee. Maybe your hands at your heart center, maybe not. Maybe your arms are out wide for this one. Just getting that balance. And then you can either hook the leg from underneath, or you can pick it up like this and just standing pigeon. There you go. So big inhale. Exhale the air, maybe kick it, maybe a gentle back bend if you're feeling adventurous today. Go. And then release. Swan dive your arms up. And press your palms together. Forward fold is your exhale. Now come up to a halfway lift. And then exhale, come back to tabletop position. Pick your right arm up. And then sweep it underneath. Sweep it underneath. Threading the needle, getting a little shoulder stretch. Left arm can come out. Or if you want, you can play around with taking the bind. The right hand comes between the legs. And under that right leg, left arm comes around behind. You might make your hands touch, you might not. And then base up, roll over onto your side a little bit, keeping that back leg down. Maybe you pick this leg up, maybe not. Use your core. You're in for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Sweep your right arm up, give a little twist of the wrist, release, and pick your left arm up. Threading the needle here, curling it underneath you. And now from here, same thing, you can just extend out. You can take a bind here if you want to. Maybe use your strap to pass it to yourself. Get your hands a little closer onto that right shoulder. Extending that left leg up. And you're in for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Tabletop position. Now some hip circles here, like hula circles of the hips. Maybe some barrel rolls of the chest. And then right knee to right wrist. We're coming to a brief set of pigeon pose before we come to dancer. Okay, we're not cooling down yet. Just getting that outer hip into it. Okay, just stay where you are here. Feel the opening. So you've got nice open quads at this point, and everything is very warm, very ready for this pose. We're going to do one hamstring opener and then play a little bit with mermaid. So you got a couple more breaths in pigeon. You can stack your wrists here. You can lay your forehead on the block if you want. You're in for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come up. And then take a little quad opener. Maybe you grab the foot and just kick it into it. So for mermaid pose, you can practice this pose against the wall. You would want to get your knee as close to the wall as possible. First we'll do the quad opener. So the knee is as close to that corner as I can get it, and I'm going to climb up on my leg. Okay. Now if you're a person who's feeling like you want to go to mermaid, you're going to hook your toes inside your left elbow, reach your right arm up, and maybe interlace your hands and get that opening. Big opener. Just glide your breath through your body. You can deepen your lungs a little. You'll feel a wonderful release after about 30 seconds. I'm a hill and look at stars. Then come back to center. Woo! Slowly. And pigeon on that side. So left leg's forward. And come to your pigeon. Can be any variation of pigeon. My left hip is tighter than my right today, so I'm not going as low. It's okay. You can do your entire pigeon like this if you want. You can also do pigeon on your back if there's any inkling of knee pain. We'll come down to forearms, maybe chest on the ground. Either way, you're here for about 5 breaths. So I would invite you to notice what's happening as the pose evolves. And then you're going to sit with the residue of this pose and bring it to the next pose. Feel the space that's between. How to wait on death machine. One more. And then exhale, push yourself up very, very slowly. Take the quad opener. Just making sure you got everything ready. Be a little twist here, grounding that right hip down. And then coming back, finding your wall, not forcing, no violence against yourself or anybody. Bring your right knee near the wall. Sometimes when we work out, we really get in there and hit it hard, and who do we hurt? So the top of my foot is pressing against the wall. My knee is almost to the place where the wall is perpendicular to the floor. Let's bring it up, climbing up very gently. If this creates any knee pain at all, back out and stick with the quad opener. And then I'm going to lunge down and maybe hook my toe behind, maybe not, and interlace my arms. There's 2 different ways to do this. This is one that we're doing. We'll get into the other variation next week. You'll feel a big opening. And then arch the heart up. And then release slowly, slowly. Now come to your pigeon and come up. And we're going to try it with the knee down. Here would be full mermaid. Hooking the leg, maybe arms up. Maybe you just reach up and get the stretch. As I press down through my right shin, I lift up. Big opener. And then to center, and then other side. So it's like I'm going to do pigeon, and then I say, not so much. I'm going to try mermaid instead. I'm a little aquatic today. And maybe you make the hook, maybe not. Left arm comes up, or both arms can reach up, your variation. And then back down to center. Cross your ankles underneath you. And then push back to downward facing dog. And stretch it out. You'll feel such a big difference between this pose and your first downward facing dog. You should feel a big opening here. We're just settling and neutralizing. Then dropping to dolphin pose. Possibly walking the feet in a little bit closer. Maybe the crown of the head comes to the ground. Again, you can use a wall for this. And then bringing the knees into the chest, extending them up. And you hold this as long as you want, plugging the shoulders into the sockets, stacking the joints. A little time upside down works wonders sometimes. Then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. Down, come all the way up, cross your legs in front of you, and come to a very wide-legged straddle fold. Left, right. Okay, sorry, I had to think in my head. We're going to go right first. We went left first on a few things. And go ahead and bow over that leg. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot, and left arm around, cross your grip. Big breath. Exhale the air. And come back to center. Reach your arms up. And then roll the thighs. Pick them up and roll them externally open. Toes out a little bit. And then toes point in. Walk your hands toward the center. Just toward the center. And bow into yourself. Yeah, come up to center on the inhale. And now arc over to your left hand on the inside of the left foot, right arm reaches around. And you're in for 3. Look under that right arm, 2. And 1. Okay, come back to center and zip up your legs. Bend the knees. Cross that right ankle over the left knee. Pick up the hips, bring them closer. Seated figure 4, one of my very, very favorite ways to cool down after an intense hip class. Maybe you go a little bit closer here. Just sit tall at the spine. And then roll onto your right side. You can pick up that left leg or keep it grounded and find that piriformis muscle. You'll find the muscle if you roll on the right hip. Just take a moment to roll that out. Kind of like rolling out bread or rolling out dough for cinnamon rolls. You want to make sure you get all the bubbles, all the lumps out. And then come to center, reverse tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers can face whichever direction you want, and pick the hips up. Strong back. Bring the hips close to your heels, Cross your left leg over, left ankle over right knee. Go, and then you can pick up the hips and bring them closer or stay right where you are. This depends on your hips. Go, slowly calming the body down. And then roll onto that left piriformis, gently finding that spot that can hurt or just feel tight, or it feels like, who put that knot there? Who tied a knot there? You might have to go all the way to your tailbone. It's a muscle that runs from your sacrum across your glutes and then down your leg, responsible for a lot of sciatic type things for people. And then back to center on the inhale. Soles of the feet together. And reach up, sit very tall here. Letting the knees fall open. Crossing your right knee over your left for cow face. Right arm up. And keep the same bind that you took for mermaid work. Okay. Up to the elbow. Distributing the weight evenly through your sitting bones. Switch out your legs. Any way you choose. Left leg on top this time. And left arm comes up. Pat yourself on the back. Elbow goes toward the ceiling and right arm comes around behind. Maybe make the bind, maybe not. If it feels good, you can tip forward. When you press the outside edge of your feet into the mat, it will facilitate a little bit more opening. Reciprocal inhibition, a little bit of tensing one muscle causing release in the other. Back to center. Now feet flat on the ground. Lower yourself all the way down. And let's come to a supported bridge pose to start. So you can take the block, put it under your sacrum at any height, just so that it's under the sacrum. Get a nice support there. Maybe you stay here. Maybe back of the hands are on the mat. Middle finger might be near the heel, maybe not. Grazes. And then you can pick your hips up or just stay in supported bridge. Feeling the support of this pose. I'm going to opt for supported bridge. Again, the sacrum is supposed to be the seat of your the seat of actually who you are, without your story, without your personality, without all the drama that goes with your life. So we want to make sure it feels nice and stable and grounded and supported. And keeping the block where it is, gently bring the knees into your chest if you want. And come to legs up the wall, viparita, with support under the spine. You'll feel this a little bit. It encourages the shoulders to relax because it's pressing. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. And you have an option of bridge or a wheel here. You can have back of the hands grazing the mat and pick the hips up for bridge, or if wheel is in your practice, Hands on the outside of the ears, knees are together. You're going to pick the hips up, stop, and then extend the arms up. Remember to breathe. And then lower down nice and slowly, tucking the pelvis, rolling over onto your right side, bending up your right leg underneath you, grabbing it with your left hand, and then rolling onto your back with cactus arms. This helps to restore the natural curve in your lordotic spine and calms your central nervous system. Bring both knees into your chest. Grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand and extend it. Pick up the hips, stack them. Grab your bottom foot with your right hand. Centering the body, centering the mind. Now roll onto your left side. Bend up your left leg underneath. Grab it with your right hand, as we've done, and then roll onto your back and cactus the arms. Feeling the stillness, feeling the grounding. Bringing both knees into the chest. Grabbing the left foot with your right hand, extending it out, picking up the hips and stacking them, and then grabbing the right foot with your left hand. Pretzel twist. Coming back to center on the inhale, giving yourself a big, huge final squeeze. And then coming to your Shavasana, taking up space. And let yourself take up a lot of space. Take up as much space as you need here. Just feel the heaviness. Feel your back as though it's weighted and your heart as though it's light. Here you can practice the cooling breath, where you purse your lips like you're drinking from a straw and breathe in and out. 4 more times. You're ready, roll to your right or left side. Be gentle with yourself. Go to whichever side feels right for you. Push yourself up to a seated position. Push your hands together in front of your heart. And then sweep your right arm in front of you. Your left arm in front. Interlace your hands, palms towards ceiling, and then exhale to a back bend. Press palms towards ceiling on the inhale, hands at your heart center. Take your thumbs to your third eye center. And I want to thank you so much. Gratitude to your body, gratitude to the technology that allows us to practice together. Even though we can't all be live in person, we might be at separate locations, we still go to the same places together. So to us, have a beautiful week. Namaste.